What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, on here with a new video for you guys to enjoy. Now, I want to do a video of a style that I haven't done in a while. About 4 or 5 years ago, I did a video of my top 10 favorite or top 10 influential. And I did my top 10 favorite Chicano rappers, and I did another one called my top 10 favorite Chicano activists. And I feel being from Oakland, born and raised in the town, I grew up with a lot of music that influenced me. And Oakland had a lot of rappers and artists that came out of the town, especially in the African-American community, but even some Chicanos also came out of Oakland. And being lucky enough to be born and raised in a city that has so much musical influenced me to be a musician, because now I'm a musician myself. And yeah, these are my top 10 favorite Oakland rap artists, and these are the ones that influenced me, that you know what I mean, that I grew up listening to, and I think influenced me a lot. And I think some of the artists on here didn't get their credit they should have got. Others you might have never heard about. Some you might know very well. But I'm gonna start now. And some of these rappers you might know who they are. You might be like, oh, I'm not surprised. But let's start. So my number one of my top 10 most influential Oakland rappers is this man right here, Todd Shaw, aka Too Short. Now, Short Dog, who originally is actually from South Central Los Angeles, he moved to Oakland when he was like 13 years old, and he began to rap with Freddie B, who was originally from West Oakland, and they began selling tapes out of the trunk of their car. They began making tapes called Special Requests, where they would make albums for drug dealers or for gangsters, or you know, for fruits from different hoods. And it was all about you and your hood or your block or your crew. And you know, Too Short started his original albums with the 75 Girls albums, if you guys might remember those. You know, he had songs like Female Funk, Girl, That's Your Life, you know, Oakland, a song called Oakland, and various others that he made back in the days. And then, you know, once he became more popular, he made Born to Mac. He made Life is Too Short, which is this album right here, which I remember was a smash hit when it came out. You know, City of Dope, I Ain't Tripping, Don't Fight the Feeling, Life is Too Short. All those songs, you know what I mean, that cuss words and all those that you know, put Oakland on the map. And, you know, you can't deny that Too Short is the rapper or the rapping face of Oakland, for sure, because he helped put the town on the map. Back in the days, I mean, you couldn't turn on Soul Beat or MTV Raps without seeing Too Short. So Too Short is my number one Oakland rapper. My number two might surprise you, but my number two is this man right here, Stanley Burrell, a.k.a. MC Hammer. You know what I mean? Who hails out of East Oakland. I feel like MC Hammer doesn't get the credit he deserves sometimes, but let's face it, MC Hammer, when he was popular, he was a superstar, man. He was like Oakland's first rap superstar. Whether he was a dancer, whether his rap wasn't gangster, whatever you want to call it, MC Hammer put Oakland on the map. You know what I mean? And you can't deny that. And I remember when MC Hammer was popular, once again, on Soul Beat, on Young TV Raps, on VH1, you would see his music videos. I remember, you know, his music video where he was wearing Troop of the song Let's Get It Started, where they're dancing like at a club or something like that. My favorite song of him was that song, Pump It Up, Louder. Remember that song? Oh, that was my favorite song of MC Hammer. I met MC Hammer on Quince, on East 15th and 23rd in the Doves in 1989. He was filming a music video there. We met him, and we met Oaktown 357, his dance group. And, yeah, those of you who remember when he was making that video back in the days, you know what I mean? But, yeah, MC Hammer's my number two, because MC Hammer for sure put the town on the map and influenced a lot of people, whether they want to accept it or not. Oakland's first superstar in rap was MC Hammer for sure. And my next rapper I'm going to talk about is number three, would be Dangerous Dame. Dangerous Dame is another rapper I grew up on. You know what I mean? The first time I ever heard him was in 1989 when he came out with the song Oaktown, which is this album right here. Dangerous Dame made a lot of different albums, I Call Your Name, and several others. You know what I mean? He was a well-known Oakland rapper back in the days. He was from the Deep East. You know, sadly, later on in life, I heard that he had mental issues. And I seen a video floating around YouTube where it seemed like he did have mental issues. Hopefully, I hope he got it taken care of. But it's a shame because he was a dope rapper. He made raps with No Limit, with Master P. He made an album in '94 as well that was pretty dope that I have. That's actually still have it. And yeah, Dangerous Dame was one of my influences and one of the rappers who helped put the town on the map. Now, my number 4 is this rapper right here, Seagram Miller, or Seagram, Sieg, who's from the 6'9" from East Oakland. He was Oakland's gangster rapper. You know what I mean? He had 3 different albums. I forget the name of the first album, but the second album was this one, Reality Check and Souls on Ice. And yeah, he made that song Gangsters as Players with Too Short. He made another song called Old School about how Oakland used to be back in the 80s and 70s. And yeah, Seagram was a dope rapper from the town. Unfortunately, his life was taken very shortly in the Murder Doves in 1995, I want to say, maybe 96. And it's too bad because Seagram was a pretty dope rapper and influential rapper to me because I used to just bump his music like crazy. When I used to have all his albums, man, and his music was dope. You know, it's just too bad he was taken away so senselessly and so early. He probably could have been a bigger rap figure in the town. But if I remember that one song, Through the East Side, right. So yeah, Seagram is my number 4, Quattro. So my number 5 is going to be this rapper right here, Richie Rich. You know what I mean? Hailing from East Oakland, deep East Oakland. Richie Rich is one of Oakland's pioneer rappers. You know what I mean? He started with the group 415. And those of you who are old enough to remember will remember when 415 used to be the area code of Oakland. You know what I mean? It wasn't just San Francisco. 415 was all of the Bay Area's area code until about 92, 91. They changed it to 510. But yeah, Richie Rich made a lot of different albums. He went solo. He made that song Don't Do It. He made that other song, That's What I Ain't Gonna Do. And he made a whole bunch of songs. He was a big influence on Tupac. And yeah, Richie Rich is definitely my number 5 most influential rapper from the town, from East Oakland. Now, my number 6 is this rapper right here, Keek the Sneak. You know what I mean? Who was with the group 3 Times Crazy. He's another rapper who helped put the Oakland on the map. You know what I mean? This was one of my favorite albums by him, High Tech. He had that song, Here Come Keek the Sneak. And then that other song, I'm Gifted. That song was dope. And the one, Somebody's Got a Pimper, Somebody's Got a Player with Too Short. Obviously, he was known from 3 Times Crazy. Keep it on the real. And he made that other, later on, he made the song Blue Jeans, White T-shirts, and Nikes. Some say he was the founder of the hyphy movement. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you know, he got shot and he's in a wheelchair now, which is pretty tragic. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, he is alive. Hopefully his life changed around, and I hope that he keeps doing positive things and keeps away from the drama. But yeah, Keek the Sneak for sure is my number 6 on this list of rappers. But yeah, so my number 7 is a Chicano rapper that maybe some of you probably heard, maybe some of you haven't. His name is Deebo, and he was a rapper from East Oakland, from the Dirty 30s, 35th Ave. He came out around 98, 99. That was his first album. It was called Game Change. And he was one of the first Chicano rappers who really started putting it down in Oakland. You know what I mean? He was part of a crew called We Seed Records. They did a lot of albums for a few years. I remember he used to rap with a dude named Dividends and another dude named Cali Poo. They did that song for the Sideshow, Tires Burn like the Sideshow. That song was dope. You know what I mean? So for sure I had to put Deebo out there because Deebo is a Chicano like me, and he helped put Oakland on the map. For Chicanos, for sure, he put in work out there for the rap game, for Chicanos and Raza. And yeah, he's my number, like I said, number 7 on this list. So my number 8 is going to be Digital Underground. Yes, sir. Digital Underground, hailing from Oakland, California as well. They were one of the first rap supergroups. No, they weren't gangster rappers, but they helped put Oakland on the map. They had a funky sound. They brought that kind of like funky, kind of underground hip hop vibe, party vibe to Oakland. You know, Shock G, Money B. You know, even Tupac started his early career with Digital Underground. DJ Fuse and a host of others. You know, Sex Packet, obviously this was the first album. I used to have this album. You know, Freaks of the Industry, the Humpty Dance, Do What You Like. You know what I mean? So many other songs that they did, you know. Oh, Dodie O Do, the Dodie O Do, No Nose Job. You know, all that old school stuff. You kiss me and I'll kiss you back. So, to me, they're influential for sure. From hailing from the town. Digital Underground, whether you like them or not, they are one of the influential rap groups, and they're number 8 on my list. So number 9 is another Chicano rapper who, he kind of disappeared from the rap game. I heard, you know, that he was getting caught up in a lot of stuff, but his name was mcmahon, or Manuel. I actually know his father, believe it or not. He's an old Chicano activist from Oakland. And, mcmahon came out with the album 500 Years in 1997. He came out with like 3 or 4 more albums after that. He was on the compilation 18 with a Bullet, where he did a song with Anger Man. He did a lot of songs with other black rappers from Oakland, like Side to Side. He did a song with Richie Rich, with Drew Down. And he was on a lot of compilations. He was one of the Chicanos who opened doors for other Chicanos. They were part of a crew called Greenside Records. And yeah, mcmahon, I would say he's one of the influential rappers for me from the town. Not only because he's a Chicano like me, and he opened doors for Chicano rappers in the town and probably influenced some Chicanos. But yeah, mcmahon goes in my number 9. Now my number 10 is going to be this man right here, Yuck Mouth. I wasn't the biggest Yuck Mouth fan, but I got to give him his respect because he helped put the town on the map. I remember when he was part of the Loonies back in 94, 95, when my favorite song by the Loonies, to be honest with you, was Why You Wanna Play a Hate on Me. That was my song. But, you know, they made a host of other songs. You know what I mean? Obviously, they made the famous I Got 5 on it. The remix, especially with all the rappers that was on it. You know what I mean? So Yuck Mouth for sure helped put the town on the map as a rapper, as an artist. And he's my number 10. And that's about it. Maybe if you guys like this list, I can make a number 2. I want to make I'm going to make another video called my top 10 favorite Bay Area Chicano rappers. But this was my top 10 favorite Oakland rappers, period, regardless of race. And for sure, maybe I'll make one 10 Bay Area, my favorite Bay Area artists. But tell me what you guys like. Do you leave a comment? Let me know if you like this list. Let me know if you want me to continue making videos like this, because I will. I actually like doing these 10 lists. And let me know if you like any of the rappers I mentioned. If you ever heard of them, were they influential to you? But like I'm saying, remember, this is like my Mount Rushmore of Oakland rappers. I'm not saying these are the most influential. I'm not even saying that these are the ones that really changed everything. But these are the most influential to me, my own personal list. Like it or not like it, that's who influenced me. And that's who I would say are my top 10 influential Oakland, Oaktown, town business rappers. You know what I mean? I know a lot of them are old school rappers, but I'm not too hyped up on the new stuff. But one love to the ones I do know, like Young Choppa and not Baby Bash, Young Choppa and that dude Gas, you know, I'm Baby Gas, you know, that are the new school rappers out there doing new things in Oakland. So yeah. Tell me what you think of the list. Leave a note. Leave me a comment. Like. Subscribe. Take care.